Well, hello, Christian. Sorry, crazy Russian dad here today. It is Christmas, and I want to. I'm driving again, as always. Highly not recommend drive and videotape, but I am here talking to you. And today is Christmas Eve. And Eve is the same word as Eve, like Adam and Eve of something, which is interesting. English is interesting. So on this Christmas, I want to deliver a special Christmas transmission to my, especially to my Christian fans. And so here is to wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas. But first, I need to give a disclaimer to my Jewish fans who might get confused by me giving Christmas encouragement today. So first I talk to you of Jewish fans and friends. Jewish people should not be afraid of Christmas and of Christians. No reason for it, absolutely no reason whatsoever. Christianity is a peaceful religion and has been for a while. The Crusades are long over. No pogroms either in America. Nobody throws stone through my window or tries to beat me up on the streets. So things are really great, and you should all embrace your Christian brothers and sisters, not physically. I mean, that might be awkward, but get into the spirit of this Christmas. It's a wonderful time of the year, I believe, especially in America. So don't be this Freudian cat. My kids always talk about Freudian cat. It's a cat that is afraid of something. Now, Sigmund Freud, I thought was this Jewish psychotic analytic. But anyway, he must have had a cat. But I digressed. So, my Jewish fans, be not afraid of Christmas. Enjoy it and celebrate. I like all holidays, personally. Learn from me. I like all holidays. Sorry, grab the wheel. I like all holidays because they're all meaningful and wonderful, and I can also take day off. I take a day off today. It's Christmas. I'm Jewish. In America, you can take day off, even you're Jewish, for Christmas. A wonderful, great country. I try to take as many holidays off as I can from work. And they usually let me. Holy month of Ramadan, they did not let me because they said I was not Muslim. I tried to feebly tell them that I am not African American either, but for Martin Luther King's Jr.'s Day, I am off. But they said no go, cannot take month of Ramadan off. But I've digressed. So that ends my disclaimer again. Be not like this Freudian cat. My Jewish brothers and sisters, embrace the Christmas spirit. Okay, disclaimer out of the way. Now I speak directly to Christian. All Christians, or at least all Christians that watch my this YouTube channel, as I'm trying to become a famous YouTuber. Well, you know all about that. So, of course, Happy Christmas. It's a wonderful thing. It's a time of year when you, as Christians, can. You should really count your blessings. Christmas is wonderful, and Christianity, I think, is great. You have so many great things, you should count your blessings. I think that's the expression. First, you have first good thing I think about Christmas is that you have you know who to worship. You have Christ. In Judaism, it's much more complex, actually. So that's a first blessing. Second blessing, By the way, I'm not trying to get into this comparative religion. I'm not qualified, but I'm just saying you have Christ and you can. It's clear who to worship. Okay, that's all. Don't read into it more, especially for my Jewish friends. So second, you have Christmas is, I believe, the highest holiday for Christians, like Yom Kippur for the Jews. But good thing for Christmas worshippers is that you can eat and you have food. Yom Kippur, very solemn occasion, a great holiday, deeply meaningful, but you fast. What is this fast? At first I didn't know, because it's the same word in English as for go quick, rapid. But no, fast means don't eat. But Christmas, you eat. And you have good foods, probably. I don't know what food you eat for Christmas. I mean, I assume there are some symbolical foods you eat, or traditional foods, like for Jews. Like, for example, I know that on Passover we eat matzah, flat bread, unleavened or unstood up. And we also eat like round foods. They symbolize something or other. Eggs with salt. And for not Purim, for Hanukkah, we eat latkes. Everybody likes latkes, not just Jews. Great country. And of course, Russian Jews add like bread and potatoes to every meal on every Jewish holiday, just for good measure. So, second blessing, you can eat food, and it's wonderful. Third blessing of Christmas, in my opinion, is language. When you go to church to listen to, I don't know what they call, priests, fathers of church. Don't know many names but person behind the pulpit, the podium. With a cross on his or her these days chest. You understand them. Why? You understand them because they speak English. When I go to synagogue, it's all Hebrew. Wonderful, deeply symbolic and highly traditional, but I don't know a word of Hebrew, and so when I go for Yom Kippur, I don't understand anything. It's an exercise in willpower, and it's good to be with my people. I sit in the back, so I don't bother anybody. Everybody, when they stand up, I stand up. When they sit down, I sit down. When they say amen, I say amen. But for Christians, I hear, you go to your synagogue, your church, and the priest probably does not speak ancient Aramaic, the language of Christ, to you. Wonderful. You can actually understand. What's going on. Next blessing, you have this tree, the Christmas tree. I mean, I probably will not. Betray trust of fellow Jews if I tell you that we're all secretly covered tree and decorating it with those beautiful lights. I don't know. At least I don't want to speak for other people. I'm certainly not appointed by anybody but myself. But I love Christmas tree. I mean, I find it's so gorgeous. And so you have your tree and you decorate your tree. I think trees are beautiful. They have these lights, and they have the they have the toys hanging off of them. Next blessing, you have your Santa Claus. Jews don't have some mythical creature that comes to them on Hanukkah, right? But Santa Claus, now here is a subject I'm actually somewhat qualified to speak on, because the communists who robbed 3 generations of people of religion, they stole your idea of Santa Claus, and they turned him into this the grandfather Frost. Ded Moroz in Russian, which he looks exactly like Santa Claus but speaks Russian. Now he doesn't climb through the chimney, and there was communists were not big on the whole naughty or nice, because if you're naughty, they take you to the gulag and shoot you in the head. So grandfather Frost was kind of a communist version of Santa Claus. But anyway, you have your Santa Claus. Santa Claus comes. Children up until the age of reason understand that Santa Claus comes and climbs through chimney and puts gifts into stocking. Stockings, which is nice. That's another blessing in itself, because stocking bigger than sock, which means you can get more gifts. And I think in some esoteric matter, there is something quite deep in this whole: if you're good, you get presents, good presents, maybe. If you're bad, you get bad presents. I even heard you get coal. Lots of coal in Russia, by the way. So if Santa Claus needs coal to put into stockings of naughty people, he can get the coal. He can get coal there. And now, so these are all wonderful blessings of Christmas. I think. And then, of course, there is Christ himself. I mean, again, quick disclaimer: I am not qualified. I don't proselytize. I don't interpret. I am certainly listen to your local church representative, or maybe the Pope himself in Rome. But I find Christ very inspiring. I read the new version of the Bible. And great sermons, great story there. You know, I like homeworks, to give homeworks to children and discipline. And Christ, he gave us, all of us, I suppose, lots of homeworks, nice messages of like, be nice to each other, be tolerant. Many people I see, myself included, could use a remedial course in being tolerant and being nice. And also he talked about loving thy neighbor. Now I find that particular commandment hard. Where I live, we live on a dirt road, and our front yard is next to other people's backyards. And so in America, at least where I live, I never see my neighbors. It's hard to love them if I cannot even talk to them. They wave and they walk away with their pretty groomed dogs. I once met my neighbor, but she moved away now. I forget her name, Barbara, I think. So I once met Barbara. I was in the country for a short time then. My English was not great. So I saw two opportunities. Interestingly, it was during Christmas, but many years back. So I said, Barbara, hello. She said, hello. I said, Barbara. And so I chose the wrong topic. I said, Barbara, listen, Christmas is a beautiful time of year. Do you think it would be okay if, like, how I want to put a Christmas tree? I thought, I figure nice starter of the conversation with the neighbor. But no, neighbor Jewish, like me. I forgot to mention that. But she's Jewish. She did not look kindly on that. She said, she was nice, but she said, no, American Jews do not do trees. We're people of the book. So as I'm practicing my English and negotiation skills, I said, well, I tried a new approach. Barbara, I said, listen, you have nothing to worry. When I say tree, I don't mean I will plant a baobab in our front yard. The property values will not go down. But she said, no, it's nothing to do with property values. Just American Jews don't do that. So anyway, I was heartbroken, but I want to, I decided I want to fit in. So no tree for me, but I went and I bought a menorah of such gigantic proportions. Even though my wife says it's not a menorah, it was some kind of a thing to hold up many plant pots. But anyhow, but I've digressed a little bit. The message of love thy neighbor, wonderful message. Also, Christ, I read, so he had sense of humor and also sense of perspective. Like the man was not made for Sabbath, but Sabbath made for man. Beautiful sermon, beautiful meaning, as in don't just go by rules. pay attention to what's going on around you. That's very good message. He did not worship about maths. I always talk about math. He didn't speak about math. But still, he gave us all good, wonderful homeworks. Very, very inspiring. Now, this is America, and I know I need to be positive mainly, but I cannot just what's the word? There is a little bit of advices I want to give to my Christian brothers and sisters. Something I feel we could improve. It's an opportunity to improve about Christmas, and you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Christmas shopping. Okay, and this buying of gifts, I don't know. Again, humbly, I will say it is strange obsession. Now, for many years, first when I arrived to America, people said, hey, what's this, hey? Well, Dmitry, are you doing your Christmas shopping? And I said, no, I don't do Christmas shopping because I'm Jewish. Now, I didn't know the meaning of Christmas shopping. I actually read too much into it. I thought maybe every Christian has this quest to, I don't know, you go and you buy some, I don't know, meaningful, highly Christian objects every year, and maybe it's some tradition, like the traditions, like on Passover, 4 children ask questions. But no, I learned too much to my amazement that Christmas shopping is nothing more but buying a bunch of gifts for everybody. You run around like crazy, you stand in lines in the mall, you take time off from work. Crazy. I mean, it's like a Black Friday, but that lasts for months, and then you get tired and you don't enjoy it. Also, I don't. Again, I am a tolerant person. I learned that lesson from Christ. But I think every year, now that I'm paying attention, I'm older, they start playing Christmas music earlier and earlier. I think this year, I work near this Starbucks place. I kid you not, they started playing Christmas music, as early as right after 4th of July, the Independence Day, when we fought the Canadians. Seriously, starting July, they played music. By the way, that's another blessing in itself. The jingle bells, I love. The Russians like jingles and bells. It's a very inspiring. But anyway, it's good to give gifts. It's good to think about parents and neighbors and children. And I like giving gifts myself. I give my children like a book of math problems and some other educational things, but you don't see Jews go Hanukkah shopping, right? You just gotta, they buy gifts and they are on their way. So anyway, that's probably one item I suggest you consider next year. Maybe this Christmas, the shopping aspect is too commercialized. It's better to focus on the spiritual side of Christmas. Anyway, that's my humble suggestion to the world out there. Now, so if finally, just to wrap this up, Christmas is a great, highly spiritual occasion full of light. Merry and happy Christmas. Lots of lessons and homeworks for Christ on this. For children, you can skip doing homework today. It's a great day. Do those things. I don't know if you dance around tree. I don't know what actually Christians do on a Christmas dinner. I've never been to one. If any of you want to invite me, not this year because it's already late, but next year, I would come even for a bit. But please know I have 2 children and a wife and a dog. But dog we can leave at home. Or at least send me a picture. That would be good. Send me a picture of your Christmas, of what you do on your Christmas evening. So happy Christmas from this crazy Russian dad, and Merry Christmas and good night.